What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Showtime is Blazer King with King's Critique, so we're back for ReZero. And in the last episode, top of the season, they were trying to get all of their stuff figured out and situated to be able to help out not only Julius, but also many people that have been affected by Gluttony's little secondary power, as it were. And in that, they managed to go grab Rem and come up with their own plan and solution, as well as find out a little bit of a secret about our darling Anna. But that's not the most important thing. They're going to see the Sage of the Watchtower, Shaula, and from what I know, that does not end up well, but we will find that out in the next episode or two, how that goes. And another little side note is Garfield once again tried to go to his mother and explain, that he is her actual son and all that stuff, and instead he just burst into tears and she accepted the role of a pseudo mother. Oh, if only she knew. But perhaps that is a thing that will come up at some point, because obviously she does remember somewhat, because she named her newer kids basically after her actual kids. I mean, as they're all actually her kids, but you know what I mean. But there's your recap of the first episode if you didn't watch it. But if you didn't watch it, hey, it'd be appreciated if you at least go and, click on the thing, let it run, as I would say, and help me get some watch time, because that's the hardest, most difficult, and impossible thing, unless you just upload the stupidest kind of content instead of the heartfelt kind of content. But that said, similar, hit the like button, subscribe. Let me know anything that might be in your head in the comment section down below before, during, or after the episode, because Red Platform gives us the ability to edit our comments, unlike the Black Platform. And that said, leave the whole video running. Let me get the watch time, and let's get into it. That's what people were complaining about. Listen, I'm going to take 2 seconds just to mention this. Well, she had her full exposure in the first episode. There are outfits and costumes and stuff that can, tug that back from women. We know that from that show, that there's definitely a lot of things that could happen, especially in a show like this where magic can be involved to, bind the bitches back. So listen, while Emilia might be close to an E-cup, we know for a fact that she probably can do something to, make sure they're less in the way. And is that the excuse I'm giving for this case? Yes, actually. Or maybe it's not fully Emilia, and maybe the body shape of something within her has taken over instead. That's the dumber way of looking at it, is Echidna taking over and her body shape Then again, Echidna literally has the same figure as Emilia, depending on the artist working on it. So is it just easier to call the artist of this season a bitch? Maybe. Yeah, she is not being treated very nicely by these guys, but I don't blame them. As long as they don't eat her. Because she's, kind of necessary for this adventure. And also seeing her in the garb of the Sins, now I do kind of recognize her for the bullshit she's done in the past. Though she's like, don't leave me alone with that one. Why is the yellow... Actually, no, better question. Why are ones that have, anything resembling a stegosaurus, whether it be dinosaurs, dragons, worms, whatever, why do things like that always look stoned? Even thinking back to things like The Land Before Time, or, Digimon with Ankylamon, things that resemble a stegosaurus often look stoned as hell. And I know an Ankylo is an actual dinosaur that had existed at one point, but it's probably in the same family to where this conversation is relevant. Those bitches always look stoned. Okay, context, Mr. Mathers, because that just sounds a little weird. Then again, in the most literal definition of any character on this show who could be put towards this, you, good sir, are certainly the one doing the G word to her. And that can't even be argued with, because we saw that mid-season 2 or 3, to where they have a very close relationship. And I'm sorry, regardless of what can actually be perceived at, regardless on if she's a demon that is in her hundreds, he is some ambiguous kind of thing who is probably in his thousands. So yeah, that definitely counts the G word. Matter of fact, the G word doesn't even matter on an age perspective. You know, if you're telling and teaching someone to, you know, do certain things while you're, yeah. Okay, and I'm gonna do one of my usual kind of gushing things where I'm just like, Katakawa is so good with what they do. Like, not only the anime they, like, take ownership of to be able to give to us, you know, from the manga to anime way of things, but also the people they hire to do their intros, their outros, their music, always so fucking good. Like, no matter what series, what genre, everything I've seen from Katakawa is just a banger. Like, I imagine there's probably something that's fallen, like, under the radar or that I'm not aware of from Katakawa that might be a little, like, meh. But I haven't seen it yet. So, like, if y'all know what it is, bring it to my attention, because I'm kind of curious. Honestly, one of these days, I don't often, like, watch things just because of a production company. But I actually might look up more Katakawa anime that I haven't seen and just, like, use those as a lot of things I bring to the channel during, like, down times of, you know, I'm waiting for newer anime to get new episodes or when I have nothing to upload that's not Yuri, like in this case. Because I still have a bunch of stuff from, like, last year that I need to finish in the case of Yuri. But as far as, like, regular upload schedule, yeah, that's why I'm recording these, is so, like, I can get these up on, like, you know, your Tuesday through Sundays. Though, I have had mine to, like, start something special again to upload on, like, at least one of the weekend days, or maybe both. So maybe I'll try something like that again, because I really do need to get, like, a separate short series started that I can do different. Or maybe do that thing where I go back to old episodes and upload just the, like, important lessons from things and all that, and do that on Saturday, Sunday. I don't know. We'll see. I have a bunch of plans up here for things I want to do for this channel, and, like, I feel like I should act on those more than the ones for the other two channels, since this is the one that's the furthest ahead as far as numbers go. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just paying too much attention to that. I also have the most fun doing these as opposed to, like, the other two, because obviously I forget to upload on the one channel a lot, and as well as I forget to upload gaming stuff a lot, probably because, again, the success is getting to my head, so I want to focus the most on what is the most successful currently, which is this channel. And again, it's a good reason to, you know, go out, watch anime, and be able to converse with other people. I don't reply to every single message, because frankly, I do my best, but a lot of y'all get a bit long-winded for things. And, like, I'm just here to speak my opinion on things due to my experience or things I've perceived in my life. And I do like hearing the long-winded things from people and their opinions on matters. I do. And I will definitely give those a heart when they come up, at the very least, if I don't reply. But hey, as long as y'all are cool, chill, and civil, you know, I will reply or at least give it a heart. So, I love to converse with people. I love to hear people's opinions. There's just a lot of times where, when it's very long-winded, I just don't know what to say to it. I will be completely honest, but let's get back to things. Meanwhile, Subaru is just basically like, yeah, you know that entire area filled with mobbies that could, like, destroy, kill, wreck, tear apart, and all those bad things? Yeah, no, we're gonna go conquer that. Meanwhile, he's like, let me tell you, and Sonny, and give you some advice. Meanwhile, he's like, sir, with all due respect, I have already died a minimum of 100 times. So, honestly, what the fuck ever. Meanwhile, he keeps talking his shit, and even Emilia's like, I'm sorry, we can't do that. So he's going to continue to talk about things. Maybe this will actually be something helpful for them on their adventure. Well, getting that information must have cost you an arm and a leg. Damn, being stuck in a sandstorm's a real bitch, huh? You know, I feel like this is actually a good time to mention, and just for general opinion's sake, speaking of sandstorms, anybody who's seen the movie Dune actually know if it's, like, worth it, or if it's just, like, some other modern day slop? Because that's the first movie I actually heard the name Timothy Chalamet from, and, like, I don't know if he's actually that great of an actor, because I don't think I've seen any of his movies. And, like, I hear good things about Dune, like, being a good adaptation from book to screen. So, like, I'm genuinely asking, not asking pathetic modern day way of hiring actors and, the DEI. I'm not asking about that. I'm asking, like, as a movie, as, like, comparing it to maybe something like maybe a Hunger Games that I also haven't seen, but at least, like, I know the vibe of that kind of movie. With the action and kinda probably some romance bullshit split into that. Is it, like, at least on par to that kind of thing? Let me know. After what we learned in that last episode, are you really asking that? Granted, he's the only one that knows, but are you really asking that? Apparently Betty knows. Yeah, even she's like, oh, you told her? Oh. Yeah, I guess Melly is actually doing her job if that kind of thing is just lurking under the sand. Which ironically brings me back to my question about Dune. Okay, I was gonna say, what the hell are they doing camping in a sandstorm? Now, Emilia's just like, ice cavern. Something about her demonic side needing to calm down a little bit was what was brought up earlier, I guess. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. See, here's the difference between people who have tried to reach this tower in 100 years and you guys. Shula's probably going to take some interest in Subaru the closer you get, because the general vibe of what he puts out and is persisting is definitely something a lot of these witches and various other magical beings have taken interest in. So it's not even, Anna or the echidna that's inside of Anna that's gonna help them be able to perceive the way to the tower. It's Ram. Interesting. Good thing they brought her along. Oh, no, it's not just Ram. It's Ram's ability to connect with the creatures that are flying towards the tower with no issue. That's what it is. Honestly, not a bad idea. Because, I mean, the old man at the bar did tell them that birds are flying towards the tower the last year or so without much issue. So, shut up. They'll get something in you in the next couple hours. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, birds and magical beasts and a connection and a point of view. So yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense on that being a thing. Damn, so they're running some tag team work. The one that knows about mobbies can pinpoint where they are, and Ram has the ability to, like, mentally connect with these things, so she can just, like, hop from point. Some good thinking, honestly. Oh, they're following the right path then. Because if the birds are right in front of them, then they're following the right path. It feels like they have broken through the veil. Success! Quit yelling in my ears. I'm on your lap, asshole. Yeah, something about that feels familiar, doesn't it, Subaru? Almost as if that's where you've met certain people before. Oh. Oh no. This is not the same as the land of the witches. So, Meili, this is your time to shine and do your thing. Oh, good. The one that's supposed to help against these things is telling them not to move. That means she can't do much. Okay, maybe she can do more than I'm giving her credit for, because it did turn its attention to her. though, is it going to still attack her because it's, like, being controlled by something more powerful? Even the one dragon's basically, like, gasping for air after it had to hold its breath. Never mind, it was preparing to roar at it and be very aggressive. Which was probably not what was supposed to happen. Oops. Time to run. Yeah, meanwhile there was one. Now that dragon roared and there are many. Oh good, the giant worm is back. Oh, it's on their side. Okay, that's better. And in classic Subaru fashion, hopefully he just resets to the other side of the veil, because that would be awkward. Okay, they reset to the other side of the veil. That's at least good. They didn't, like, reset to midway through the whole thing. That would have sucked. But hey, now you can tell Julius to calm whatever the name of the other dragon was, because maybe you won't get in the mess you did the first time. But now he's questioning, wait, how did I die? None of those things caught me. Oh god, is this another... Oh god, did I get sniped from the tower? Does this bitch really not want to see people? Yeah, and then he's like, wait, no, I can fix this. I can fix this so we won't get chased again at least. Never mind. Which is not a bad thing other than the fact you could have stopped those bear things from chasing you in the first place. However, now you have to consider, how do you not get fucking domed? And he didn't even just get shot in the head normally, because God forbid anything be normal in this existence for him. No, his whole head just... So, like, how does he avoid that this time? Because even if it's going exactly the same way, which was not a bad thing, I guess, nobody got hurt other than him, it's a matter of how does he avoid getting popped again? Because, like, most forms of magic in this reality don't need line of sight to work. And that's how he's gotten fucked up so many times in the past. And that was the first death of the season. So what kind of bullshit is about to happen? Because there's still like 5 minutes left in the episode, at least, I think. She says that. And actually that makes him die faster. At least Emilia trusts him by this point, even if he can't tell her directly of his little condition. So... She's able to be like, yeah, no, listen, even if he's rambling like a madman, listen to him. 9 times out of 10, he has been correct about things. Oh, hey, and that giant sandworm is the one that got taken out instead of Subaru. I mean, as long as they're safe, he can figure it out. But getting separated isn't great. Oh no, he just saw that flash of light again. She re-aimed and retargeted. Oh no, Patrish! So his dragon knew he was in trouble, but unfortunately, seems she's not going to make it either. Or did he still get hit somehow? Oh, yep, he still got hit. No, Betty, just let me die. Trust. If I die, our dragon friend will come back, and we will be with everyone else again, and we can, like, figure this out again. Well... Don't worry, Betty. You're about to die too along with him, it seems. So, yeah, Betty definitely got impaled on that one. But, seeing it from this perspective, maybe he did too right before a moment of impact, so he knows that's not like just a straight click and boom. Which is helpful if he did see that. Because if you know that you're actually being attacked by, like, an actual projectile of some kind, even if it's a laser beam, you can dodge it easier. And, like, it's literally one of those magic things where, like, there's a flash to show when it's set off, and then boom, it shows up in, like, 0.2 seconds. But he can plan against it easier if he realizes it's, like, I guess not... Well, I guess tangible might technically be the word to use in this case. Meanwhile, Betty just fades off into the ether, because she's a spirit. 3rd time's the charm? I mean, in your case, that's not always the case, but 3rd time's the charm, maybe? Oh no, is the dragon gonna roar for a third time and they gotta make a run for it? Or is he gonna try his best to like calm it down before it does? Probably with the chin stroke technique that he was taught earlier. Because like, if they can like travel without having these bear things attack them, that might help him, with a moment or two of clarity to be able to figure out another path to the tower. No, just before things go awry again, he's just giving his well wishes to his pseudo daughter. Oh, no, he's using his own magic abilities to be able to do things. Actually, that's smart, because doesn't it hide sight and sound? So when the thing roars, it won't be able to alert those things? Maybe that's his thinking? No, he's using his shadow hand to shut the thing's mouth. Okay, that makes sense. See, the man's learning. This is what we talked about earlier. Like, sure, he still goes through bullshit, but he's learning and adapting. That's what makes a good main character. Not the constant isekai slop where it's like, oh, I died once, and now I can handle basically everything until the end game. And then it's like, okay, I see no other bears. Alright, now I have to bring this up. Okay, bro, you're the one that died twice and is the only one that saw that. Yes. A hunch. Totally. Oh, that was a good screenshot potential. It's crazy. Like, I'm not gonna go into a whole rant like earlier, but the fact that this man just arrived as the most suspicious person ever, and through all of his time meeting all these new people, they all look at him with a matter of trust and belief. And that's what anybody would love to have in their life. So the fact he came from an existence where he had nothing, and still kind of would probably want to go back to his mother, father, whatever, to being someone that is looked upon as the most trustworthy person to help them get through any kind of danger is admirable. And honestly, even being where they are currently talking about this is probably a little bit dangerous, because maybe that sage can still see them. Or maybe it took, like, getting to a certain point of their travel to where she could see them to, I mean, obviously we'll find that out in the next episode, but they got past, his third chance at this so far unscathed. Will that continue? I suppose we'll see. Or maybe while he's questioning things, he'll get sniped again. Oh, so she does know what it is, and is retargeting specifically at Subaru. So, again, he's the problem. Time to move on to attempt number 4, but at least you know how to soothe the dragon this time. Oh, wait, is Emilia actually gonna save him this time? Damn! It broke through, what, at least 2 ice walls? It broke through 5 ice walls, and is still aiming to take him out. Okay, apparently Julius's sword skills are good enough to stop a fucking laser beam. Oh, it wasn't even a laser beam. It was a high concentrated needle? Using his own abilities to try and block it, huh? Like, the ice barrier didn't work, so he just, nope, I'm doing my bullshit now. And it's still shooting through. However, it became a lot less powerful going through his barrier as opposed to the ice barriers that Emilia set up. So even if it had hit him, I don't think it would have exploded his head. It might have punctured the skull, but I don't think it would have blown his head off. And he pissed off the bears again. Oh, that's worse? Question mark? Well, shit. That's not much better. I mean, granted, at least they might all live if they fall down into whatever portal that is, because maybe it'll take them inside the tower. But yeah, that's not much better than having your head blown clean off. And the sage within is smirking at them. Now, Is she smirking at them because she's impressed that they found the way into her hideout? Or is she smirking at them because this is the first chance she's actually had to converse with real people in a very, very, very long time? So it's amusing to her to get a chance to either converse or combat. Which is it going to be? Good question, because she's already killed Subaru twice. Now, here's a better question. Is she going to be fully aware of his abilities? Because there are some people that do know of his potential and what he can do. Is she another case of this? Or is it something else and worse? Because, again, I've seen the spoilers to the things up to this point. Most of you have as well, probably. But point being, what's this bitch up to? Suppose we'll find out. Let me know your thoughts if you haven't seen the spoilers and stuff in the comment section down below, because I just know a portion of it and not the all of it. So I'm interested in hearing y'all's opinions on things, because by the time I get to them, I'll probably have caught up to the show, because this won't be up until tomorrow of recording this. So maybe I'll be able to catch up a little bit more. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on the episode, the show as a whole, the first couple episodes of the season, and whatever else, as I always say. As well as, of course, about any other shows, movies, etc. I should check out this season, next season, or in general. And of course, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the other stuff in the description. Ring bells like Facebook, follow, Twitter, Blue Sky, TikTok, Patreon, and Twitch. Subscribe to Patreon and Twitch specifically to get benefits like full unedited visuals and audio, the stuff I upload here, because there's a lot of stuff I don't put on the red or black platforms, obviously, between copyright and stuff that might be considered controversial. And that said, it's been the Blazer King with King's Critiques out. Ta-ta for now. Peace.